We've all got these big goals, right? These dreams we're chasing. But every single day, we're in this battle. It's a fight between the amazing life we want in the future and the comfort we want, like, right now. Well, today, we're going to unpack a super powerful method from the legendary Jim Rohn on exactly how to win that fight. And it really all kicks off with this quote, which, let's be honest, is kind of a gut punch, isn't it? Your feelings are the worst possible guide for your actions. In a world that's constantly telling us to follow your heart and trust your gut, Rohn comes in and says the complete opposite. And figuring out why he said that? Well, that's the key to unlocking a whole new level of success. So first up, let's dive into what Rohn called the mood trap. And trust me, this is something every single one of us has fallen into. For him, it was a lesson he had to learn the really, really hard way. I want you to just picture this for a second. You're 25 years old, you've got big dreams, but your reality is pennies in your pocket and a stack of bills you just can't pay. That was Jim Rohn. And his problem wasn't that he didn't want more out of life. His problem was that he was a total slave to his moods. If he felt like making those important calls, great, he did it. But if he didn't, well, you know the drill. I'll get to it tomorrow. Sound familiar? And this right here, this is the daily battle in a nutshell. Every day, we're making a trade. On one side, you've got everything you want most, your future, your biggest goals, your wildest dreams. And on the other side, everything you want now. Comfort, a little rest, avoiding that thing you know you should do. When you let your mood make the call, you almost always trade away your future for a little bit of comfort right now. And that is a trade that will absolutely bankrupt your dreams. So Ron was stuck, seriously stuck, broke, frustrated, and basically just waiting to feel like changing his life. And then everything changed. A pivotal moment arrived, and it came in the form of his mentor, a man named Earl Showoff. Showoff asked Rohn a simple question. How long have you been at your job? Rohn says, 4 years. And then Showoff looks at Rohn's, not so great results and asks this devastatingly simple question. It wasn't meant as an insult. It was like he was holding up a mirror. And it just cut through all of Rohn's excuses about the bad economy, about bad luck, and it forced him to face the real problem, himself. And boom, there it is, the diagnosis and the prescription all in one. The problem wasn't outside of him, it was inside. The solution wasn't to wait for the world to change for him, but to take total responsibility and start the hard work of changing himself. That one idea, it changed everything. Okay, so knowing you need to change is one thing. We've all been there. But how do you actually do it, especially on those days when you really, really don't feel like it? This brings us to the practical nuts and bolts solution, the secret that really separates the amateurs from the pros. And it all comes down to understanding the massive difference between a wish and a plan. See, most of us are living in the world of wishes. I wish I was in better shape. I wish I made more money. Rohn said a wish is just a goal with absolutely no energy behind it. But a plan? A plan is a goal with specific daily actions that you've actually written down. It's concrete. It's real. You can act on it. And this table just lays it out perfectly. The wish, I want to make more money, becomes a plan. Save $5 every day. The wish, I want to lose weight, becomes the plan. Walk for 20 minutes every day. You see the pattern here. The plan takes that huge, overwhelming wish and breaks it down into a simple, non-negotiable daily action. It's something you can do today, no matter how you're feeling. So how do you make one for yourself? It's literally just 3 steps. First, you have to write it down. Seriously, a goal that's just in your head is a fantasy. The moment it's on paper, it becomes a commitment. Second, define the daily actions. Success isn't built in these giant, heroic leaps. It's built by the sum of these small disciplines you practice every single day. And third, and this is so important, keep it simple. A ridiculously simple plan that you actually follow is infinitely better than some perfect, complex plan that you quit after 3 days. And get this was Rohn's actual plan, the one that took him from being broke to becoming a millionaire. That's it, just 4 simple things. Notice there's nothing on that list about feel motivated or wait for inspiration. Nope, it's just a list of actions. The plan doesn't care about his mood. The plan is the plan, and his only job was to follow it. All right, now we're going to get into something that might just flip a huge belief you have completely on its head. Once you really get this next idea, it is an absolute game changer. So we all pretty much operate under this myth, right? We think we need to feel motivated, and then we'll take action. We're all sitting around waiting for that lightning bolt of inspiration to strike us. But the truth? It's the exact opposite. Action comes first. Motivation is what follows. You don't wait to feel like it, you just start doing it. And that feeling of motivation, it catches up to you. The big insight here is that motivation is not a prerequisite. It's a reward. It's the byproduct of just showing up and getting started. Think about it. How often do you feel like going to the gym? Almost never, right? But 5 minutes into the workout, you start feeling good. You start feeling energized. You literally created your own motivation just by taking that first step. And you know what? This is where the real prize is. It's not even about the external results. Not really. It's that every single time you follow your plan when you don't feel like it, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. You're not just building a business or a better body. You're building character. You're building self-respect. You are proving to yourself that you are someone who keeps their promises, and that trust in yourself is the foundation for everything else. Okay, let's bring this all home. We've talked about the problem, the mood trap, and we've talked about the solution, the plan. Now let's look at the result, the incredible payoff you get when you choose discipline over your daily mood. So what happened to that broke 25-year-old with pennies in his pocket? Well, by following that simple 4-point plan every single day, whether he felt like it or not, Jim Rohn became a millionaire by the time he was 31. This number, it isn't just about the money. It's a symbol of the unbelievable compounding power of small daily disciplines. So it really all comes down to this. Every single day, you're standing at a fork in the road. You can take the road of moods. It feels easier in the moment, for sure, but it's a dead end that always leads to regrets. Or you can take the road of discipline. Yeah, it's harder in the moment, but it's the only path that leads to the results, to the life you truly want. So I'm just going to leave you with the same question Jim Rohn would ask. If you keep letting your moods call the shots for the next 5 years, where are you going to be? Now take a second and imagine, what if you followed a simple, disciplined plan for those same 5 years? Where could that road possibly take you? The two destinations, they're not even in the same universe. Because here's the thing, in the end, you don't get to avoid hard. Life is going to be hard either way. You just get to choose your hard. You can choose the temporary difficulty of discipline now, or you can choose the permanent heavy weight of regret later. The choice, as always, is yours.